Can
control
we have
you?
a new intro? Can we have a new intro?
Okay,
Can
what's
you
the
do
new
it? I think it's
intro?
switch it up. You do it this time. I want to be on the receiving end of the three too.
It's just so nerve-wracking. So scary. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome to Ask So
So
Friday.
Friday.
Okay, we're super excited. We've missed you guys, and we haven't forgotten about your questions because we've been answering in the app, and now we're back to finally asking in the video, the two of us. Okay, without further ado, what did they say? Drum roll. Drum roll, please. I thought you were gonna do a drum roll. First question. Okay. This question actually just came in. Your thoughts on people who always want to control what their partner does? My thoughts are that I'm currently learning that you don't need to control everything. Like, you don't always need to be in control, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing. Also, why, like, is there maybe there's some like sort of trust that's going on. If you have to control someone, that means you don't trust them to do whatever it is that they're doing. There's a part of you that thinks that they won't be able to do it, or they might do it incorrectly, or maybe they just, I don't know, and maybe that's why you want to control what they're doing. The trust could be within them or with you, I don't know, but there's some sort of trust that's going on. I don't know, I don't like it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be the controlling one, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
How would you control your partner?
I was about to blurt out a name.
I mean, you can do it.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I would just like call them, all the time, or like, do this, do that, or can you do this? Can you do that? Like, just like, I don't want to say boss them around. Maybe that's what I used to do.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Mm.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on people that control their partners?
To me, it sounded like one of those relationships where like one partner is trying to decide where you go, when you do it, who you hang out with, who you spend your time with, that kind of thing. And I think when you have a partner like that, then that's a highly insecure partner, and that can never be a
Mhm,
healthy relationship because that person
mhm,
will never be able to see you or allow you to discover who you are, because discovering who you are means you become more independent. And when they're controlling you, that's exactly what they don't want, is your independence. And so I don't think you can ever find a middle ground with that kind of partner. You just have to spread your wings and fly away and out of that relationship so that you can go find a place where you can be allowed to exist as a whole person in the relationship. There's no changing that person because that person is struggling with some deep insecurities of their own. And that's a journey that they need to take on their own. So you just have to decide for yourself how long it is you're willing to remain under someone else's control, or are you ready to now fly away and become your best self? That's what I would say.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Okay, amazing. Next question. Do you ever wish you had a specific talent? I actually saw this question this morning, and I didn't have an answer. Do you wish that you had a specific talent?
I wish I could sing. I really wish I could sing. One of my biggest fantasies is that I plan a whole concert. And it's like I'm on stage and I've got dancers and backup singers, and it's like crowds of like thousands of people, and I'm just performing. But I cannot hold a note to save my life. But yeah, if I could do one
Seriously?
thing, it would be to sing. I would sing everywhere all the time. Yeah, that would be mine.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Oh, another question. Why do you look so good?
I really
Why?
like this question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know, just blessed. Thank you to the ancestral line. Thank you to all the women that came before me. I don't know what to tell you. You know.
Mm, period. Ooh, another one. Does rejection really hurt you? Advice on dealing with it.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, you're looking at me. Okay, I think for sure rejection is painful. But the thing that's coming to mind is that phase of rejection is redirection.
Mm-hmm.
right? It wasn't for you, and that's okay. It does hurt, but it's okay. I would encourage you, my advice would be to feel and process those emotions that you're feeling, like sad or pain or here we go with them damn flies. But anyways, yeah, like my advice would be just to process those feelings that you're feeling. You're feeling sad, you're feeling frustrated, maybe you're feeling insecure as well, and that's okay. Process them and understand that everything that's for you will never reject you. It's for you. So if it wasn't meant for
Mm-hmm.
you, it's gone, and that's beautiful. But if you're crying right now, that means that you're watering the plant because there's something coming. So cry all the tears that you need to cry right now so that you can water whatever is coming, because it's going to be major. That would be my
Mm-hmm.
advice.
I love that. I second. That was beautiful. I don't think it needs anything else.
I don't want to be like Cinderella,
Sitting in an old cold dusty cellar,
waiting for somebody.
to come and set me free.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, because I don't want to be like Cinderella.
No,
Like, I
I love
don't want
that.
to wait for someone to come set me free. I'm already free. I can
Especially
set
the part where
myself.
she says, and he gets all the glory. I was like, yeah, no, let me save myself so I can take that
I
glory.
love it.
So I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Next question.
Do you believe in second chances for friends who weren't there when you really needed them? Having been on both ends of this, I think. Yes, I do believe in second chances. Like, I believe in forgiveness. Like, I think the main thing for me when I've had friends that weren't there for me when like I really needed them. The first there was a lot of anger. There was a lot of like, how could you? There was a lot of how after all the years of friendship, there was betrayal. There was like, and I gave all this into our friendship and you just weren't there. There was a lot of like resentment and, like, I'll show you and all of those kinds of feelings. But then I think later, what I learned throughout this whole journey is that people are dealing with their own lives and their own difficulties and their own challenges and they're in their own world. Like, nobody's living in your world, and a lot of the time people just aren't aware sometimes of what you need. Like, half the time they didn't even really know that I needed them. I just expected them to know that as my friend you should know that I need you right now, but sometimes they don't know and we don't communicate, and that they are not trying to be malicious. They just aren't aware of what's happening. And they're not trying to hurt you. They may just not be thinking about how it is that they can be there. And so I feel like forgiveness is so important, and just accepting that people are going through their own things as well. And if they come genuinely asking for forgiveness, there's always forgiveness. It doesn't mean that second chance means we'll be friends again if the role no longer fits. Like, if you no longer as my friend fit in my life, there's nothing that neither of us can do about that. We can't force like, if the energy is not there, the energy is not there. But I feel like if second chance means forgiveness, I feel like it's good to extend grace to people. And what do you think?
It's so weird because this question came in, and then last night another question came in, and it was like practically the same question,
I
except
saw.
it said, "Do you believe in second chances for people?" you know
Mm-hmm.
and I saw it. I love that this one specifies with friends, because I had seen the other one as in like romantic connections,
Mm-hmm.
which I had a completely different opinion about, where I lean more towards no.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly like you said, I believe that forgiveness is not for the other person, but it's for ourselves as well, right? Because if we don't forgive you, then we're the ones keeping ourselves captive. When it comes to friends, though, because when it comes to romantic connections, no. Like, no, I think it depends for sure, because maybe you might hurt me without intentionally wanting to hurt me. Maybe you didn't intend to hurt me, and I get it. But if you do something and you knew that it would hurt me, no, like, fool me once, shame on you. But now fool me twice, now it's gonna be shame on me. Ah, come on now. You know what I mean? When it comes to friends, everything that you said, it's the second chance that I'm not a big fan of. Because if you've already done something that first round, now I need to give you a second chance. Like, I think that as humans, we're human. We make mistakes, and it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to make mistakes. But because you've made a mistake, I shouldn't be giving you a second chance. I think that the chances. We don't need to give chances because then it means, I don't know, it somewhat gives me like final straw, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And I feel like because we're human, we should have that grace towards each other that a mistake is a mistake. And if you have pure intentions, a mistake was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I won't be opening the door to you like that, like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that part.
yeah. Ooh, tips on dealing with never having a relationship but wanting one.
Oh.
Oh, I like that. What are your tips?
Like you've never had a relationship, but you really want one? Is that like that's like the gist of the question, right? I feel like maybe, I feel like often what we want outside of us is just a reflection of what we need inside of us. So if you want a relationship, you need to look at what it is that you want a relationship for. Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for companionship? Are you looking for security? Are you looking for emotional support? Are you looking for someone to like what is it that you're actually looking for from a relationship? And then see in which ways you may not be giving that to yourself. Because once you start giving yourself the things you're looking for outside of yourself, you'll naturally find this relationship that you want so much. So, whatever it is that you're looking for, look for ways to become your own partner, your own love interest, become the love of your life. Get into a relationship with you, listen to you, spend time with you, hold space for you, do all those things that you're looking for that you want, and give yourself that feeling. Once you get that feeling, then you'll be able to find the relationship that you want. That would be my tip. Okay. What would you say?
I think it's beautiful because, like, for sure, like you said, once you do that internal search, you might actually just find out that maybe you're lonely and you're just looking for a body, just somebody to just fill up the space, right?
Yeah.
And then when you figure that out, then it's like, oh, okay, no, you know, maybe let me just call a friend. Because, you know, like, yeah. But everything that you said for real, because like even with me, right? Like I've been single for like a few years now. And I realized that like it does get lonely, but when I'm getting lonely, I'm just wanting a body, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the love of my life. So even like going to look for a relationship, I am the relationship. You know, like I am the love. Like there's, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you like begin to discover so many things about yourself, so many amazing things about yourself to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm actually that being. I can't go get just anybody because
Mm-hmm.
I'm that being. You know what? Let me wait for somewhere that matches the same energy so that you guys can book. Because it's like, I don't believe that we're like going to find someone to complete us. I
Mm-hmm.
think that we're complete. And so once you discover that you're complete, you then attract someone that's also complete.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're two complete. Now this is giving powerful, as opposed to like you're a half. So you need
Mm-hmm.
to seek the other part of you. And then you now is just giving halfies. I don't know. I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
halfies. But
Exactly.
yeah, you seem like someone I could really trust. That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying.
That's true.
Spill, baby. Spill. Yeah. And thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that means you've been doing so much internal work. Because I remember when I didn't know you, and I'd be like, I can't trust this girl for anything. And now people are telling us they trust us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, this is for you actually. Can you trust all your friends with personal stuff?
Why is this for me?
I just want to know.
um, I don't think it's a good idea to trust all of your friends with all of your personal stuff. Um, oh wait, hold on. Because do we count you and me as friends?
I would, right? To be honest, like I view friends completely different. Um, I believe in only, I think that we have a lot of acquaintances. I've got lots of acquaintances, but I don't have a lot of friends. So to me, like being called a friend holds so much value. Like I need to trust you for you to be my friend. I probably have like a handful of friends or something like that. I'll be for real. And like, yeah, the different categories, because there's so many different categories. I think that under your name, I would definitely also put a friend. Like amongst all the different things, I would definitely put a friend because I want to trust my friends. And even if you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, we're buddies, we might not actually be friends, babe. We might just be acquaintances. Because, like, for real, like, it takes, because now, like, you're asking friends with personal stuff. And I get it because some people say, well, but you're my friend. I should be able to trust you with my personal stuff. And I low key agree with that. But coming from the perspective that not everybody is your friend, even the people
Okay.
you would think. Yeah.
Mm,
But
okay.
what's your definition though with friends?
Mm, okay. I wasn't thinking too much about definition of friends. The reason I was asking what are you and I friends because I feel like there's different dimensions to our friendship that I don't
Mm,
consider it as the traditional friendship. Like I have
mm,
my friends who I love as my close friends, but I never really call you my friend. Like you're Cheryl, and then I have like my close friends, and it's a bit different. Yeah, like
mm,
you're like Cheryl itself is the title. I don't know how to like. So it's different. So, but
mhm,
for this question, and which is what I feel like is appropriate for most people, I don't think you should trust all of your close friends with all of your personal stuff. And the reason I say this is because sometimes in your journey in life, you are going through so many different stages, so many different transformations, and you have so many different thoughts and wounds. And sometimes you share stuff with somebody when you're in one stage, and then they have that in their mind even as you move through other stages as well. So maybe now you're different, or you're like it's now next, it's even a week apart, your mindset has shifted, but they're still in whatever you told them, you revealed about yourself last week. So I feel like you need
mhm,
to be careful when revealing things about yourself, not because you can't trust them, but just because we're human beings, and sometimes when somebody tells us something about themselves, we start to look at them a certain kind of way, not realizing that they're still in a metamorphosis, that they're still transforming, and that they're still changing. And what may have been true for them last week is not true for them this week or for next week. And you just want to be careful not to have the people around you trap you in past versions of yourself by them being like, well, remember when you said last week that you felt like that? Or remember how you did that? And it's like, no, allow me to change as swiftly
to
as I
grow.
want, to grow as I want. Even people that have, I think, your best interests in heart sometimes can be like, well, but it's a very normal human thing. So I think that sometimes you should just like be it's good to share with your friends. You need to be able to trust your friends, and we need community. We need to be able to share things about ourselves because we need that. We're human. But I think you should be careful sometimes with what you reveal, especially if what you're revealing is like especially deep stuff that are like constantly especially things that like you yourself are uncertain about yourself. Maybe you're contemplating yourself or who you are or things like that. In those cases, sometimes I think some journeys are personal and they should be kept personal until a certain point when you're ready to reveal all of yourself. That's
Mhm,
what I would that's where I took this.
mhm. I
So
love it. I love it because I share the same opinion in that light that like what do you call this, with the way that you describe the friends in that aspect. I 100% agree because I feel like they're not everyone, they're seasons, and
mm-hmm,
some people are just meant for the fall.
mm-hmm,
Actually, some people are just meant for the summer and then they like fall off in the fall, right?
mm-hmm,
That's the season. And like when you like misplace a seasonal person for a permanent person, and then you start trusting them with all your personal stuff, and then the next season they're not supposed to be in, they don't want you to grow. They actually end up limiting your growth. Actually,
mm-hmm,
if a friend is doing that, it's they, you already know, they need to be on their way out because they can't handle this new version of me. I love the way that you took that. That was
mm-hmm.
beautiful. Okay.
Oh, so popular. People are just texting me. Let me put my phone on do not disturb.
Because you're just so popular.
So popular. But that's another thing. This season, my calendar has never been so full. It just doesn't stop. Okay. My work calendar, that is, guys, not even my social. There's no time for that. It's my work calendar. It's so full. Like I'm for the first time seeing, those like really busy professionals, like high power people, where they just you can never get a hold of them. They're here, they're there, they're on this phone, they're on that phone. Their personal assistant is handing them that, the other assistant is handing them that. They're hopping
Mhm.
off this plane, hopping off that. I'm just here, but that's how I feel. That's what I feel like right now. I
Mhm.
feel
I
like,
think that's you. Yeah,
but
that
also
is. To whom much is given, much is expected, right? Yeah.
I was just talking about this with myself yesterday where I was like, I'm feeling like a humble servant to my own destiny. Like I've been given this
Wow.
destiny and I'm just a servant to the destiny. I'm like, okay, this is what we got to do because this is who I am. Because all those things that I'm busy with are things that I want to do, but more so they're things I've been called to do, both from
Mm-hmm.
within and from without. Right? The call is
Mm-hmm.
coming from, and all I can do is respond, answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Booked and busy. Next
Okay.
question. Do you believe in second chances for people who have disappointed you before? This question was asked
Feel
three
like we
times.
asked.
And, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate, but I will suspect. Because the same question three times in 1 week? Hmm. So, just a little bit of tea. Because it's the same question, right? So is there anyone that, like, may feel that they disappointed you within this past week or, like, last week or something?
Not this past week, like in life, sure. I'm sure there's some people that definitely feel that way, but not recently.
Not
Do you?
recently? Yeah, yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I do. I feel like someone disappointed me. They did disappoint me. And it's like, yeah, so so can I actually just spill the beans right now because it doesn't even
I
matter.
mean, you might as well, since the question seems to be for you, right?
Okay, if we must. So yeah, so someone was supposed to take me, right? To go cancel my gym membership because I just
Oh,
didn't
right.
take myself. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, anyways, they didn't end up coming, and I was waiting. I think I waited for like they changed the time. Like it was supposed to be at 2 p.m., then they changed it to 3. And I was like, okay, let me learn to not be controlling. Let me just flow with stuff. It's okay. So I was like, all right, cool, bet 3. And then they couldn't make 3 because, yeah, they couldn't make 3 because of their own reasons, and I completely understood their reasons. So they said, hey, can we do 4? So I said, yeah, cool. I mean, you're communicating. Sure. So now I get ready at 4 because I don't even trust that you're going to be here at 4. So I get ready at 4. I'm ready, everything. Now it's almost 5. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm on my journey and I'm learning about patience and how to do things and blah, blah, blah. But I'm really not used to waiting on people like that, especially when I've got my own means of transportation to get myself where I need to go. You're the one that wants to take me there. You offered, but I don't need you to actually take me there. I might want you to take me there, but I don't need you to take me there. Anyway, so I decided, what, let me just go by myself. So I go and I cancel my gym membership because it's just so far and I need to get a new one here. I'm on my way back and they call. They're like, hey, so do you still need me to take you? And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? And then they text me, they're like, hey, I'm so sorry, I slept, and it's just like there's a lot happening, I'm so sorry, and I was like, oh wow, because they got it right, they got that it's annoying, because I was actually annoyed, I was pissed. I
Mm.
was so pissed. And I had to sit down, and then one of the ask so questions, you guys, you like made me smile and reflect on this because it was like, oh, how are you really feeling right now? And I like as I was typing, I'm fine, I realized, no, I'm not. I'm actually really upset. So then I answered the question honestly, and I was like, and I started laughing because I was like, I've actually nothing to be upset about. So when they messaged me, because they took accountability of the situation, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your apology. I appreciate it. And take care. After, I don't know, just these questions just start popping up about giving second chances. So then I was like, after the first one popped up, I was like, okay, normal question. The second one, I was kind of like, uh-huh. Now the third one? Yo, is it just me? So yeah, so that's why my response to the second chances was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you a second chance to show me that I'm I'm putting pressure that you can't handle, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never want to put someone in a position where I expect them to do something they might not be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand, yeah, I've got like pretty high standards and I don't like to be disappointed. I can be a bit rigid sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to put that on someone that may not be able to handle it. I do have a lot of fire, I do have lots of energy, and sir just couldn't handle it, and that's okay. But I can't give you another chance because what if I'm putting you up to fail?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're going through something, then you're in no position to then make sure that I'm okay. I don't want to do that to you. Go through whatever you're going through. We can still be friends and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think we can be more than that because, babes, like, I'm sorry. If you meet someone and they like you and they want you,
Mm-hmm.
which is great, right? If you meet someone, they want you, they come after you and whatever. Within that first week of them coming after you, then they mess up. I don't know. Isn't it too soon for now second chances? We haven't been in a relationship even for 3 months. Why am I giving you a second chance? I just met you within your first week. You're supposed to be on your toes. But you're not. You're chilling. Ah, come on. And I'm energetic. Ah, it's not working. No, we don't do that yet. Uh-uh. Okay. So let's skip that
No
because
second chances, guys.
yeah, no second
Apparently.
chances. But for the girlies, I read this thing that said, why is it that we give guys multiple chances, but if your girlie messes up once, that's it?
That's
So
so true.
that's my thing. For the girlies, 100%, we there.
My thing is that for that though, I feel like for so many of us as women, we just are so unhealed from all the issues we went through as children, from whatever issues we have with our dads, from so many things that when we find a man that we get into a relationship, we make him everything. We go to him for intimacy. We go to him to cry. We go to him to hold hands. We go to him for physical intimacy, for emotional intimacy, for mental intimacy. It's him that we tell our fears to. It's him that we let that little girl in us come out. And we don't do that with our female friends. So then they're so much easier to cut off because we actually haven't built that intimacy with them. We haven't allowed ourselves to be vulnerable with our female friends the way we allow ourselves to be vulnerable with men. And so it always feels like such a big loss when we lose the man, not because we're really losing the man, but because we're losing the safe place that we've built and that our inner child has gone to become comfortable. But with the women, because we haven't built that, it feels like it's done, it's over. But we're supposed to be that intimate and that vulnerable with our female friends as well. And I feel like if we did that more as women, then we would see ourselves giving more chances to our female friendships than to the guys. And then we also stop putting men on these pedestals because they're actually just supporting our inner children. So, yeah.
You know
Okay.
what? I
That's a
love
word.
that because that ties into, as you were speaking, it ties into even like our friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
That like the only reason we've been, someone actually asked me today, so how's Chelsea? Are you guys still friends? And I was like, huh, I like that question because like serious, like a lot of my female friendships have ended. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I still talk to the people I spoke to in 2021. We're
Mm-hmm.
probably cordial and everything, but let's be honest, right? And so, and one of the reasons our friendship has been able to continue is that you can make mistakes and that's okay. And you usher me that same grace that, okay,
Yeah.
she makes mistakes and that's okay. And we've been able to give each other those multiple second, third, fourth, we don't even see them as
I've never thought
that.
about it as a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing with the second chances. It's like we're and so like I'm able to grow and feel free because I know that, oh, okay, if I make an oopsie, it's not going to be held against me.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that I'm growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to be more intimate with the girlies.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
that is a real. That was amazing. Okay. You say you're talking about being popular earlier, that you're so popular. So question is being popular important to you?
I think it can be useful depending on
Mm,
what you're trying to do. I think being popular can be useful if you've got a mission that requires you to be known.
okay.
Is it important personally to me? Not like as a personal value that it like necessarily brings me happiness, but as a useful method of getting things done. Yeah, then popularity is good. What do you think?
Um, I don't want to be cocky, I really don't want to be cocky, but I don't know. Like I've just like always had a lot of people that just know me. So I don't think it's important to me. I think it's just the life that I was born into, and I've just accepted it. Like seriously. So I love this for myself. No, but facts, right? Like when I used to play hockey, you guys, like I was like that, like I was on top of the world. Like, oh my gosh. My first year of upper six in high school, the first day of my last year in high school, I used to have like it was so weird because I never had that. But like my last year there was a lot going on with that sentence. So my last year of high school, I used to have like before I got to school, there were like little girls that were waiting at my parking spot so that they can come and carry my bags to class.
I love
You know
that
what
for
I
you.
mean? Like I would have people that come for a hockey match and they'd come and be like, Cheryl's playing today.
No
You know
wonder
what I
you're
mean?
the way that you are.
So, and at the time I didn't get it. Now when I look back at it, I'm like, whoa, oh wow. And so yeah. I think that you spoke about the positive aspect of popularity. I think there's also a negative aspect that everyone's always in your business.
Now that's the side that I have been infamous one too many times in my life.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's no such thing as bad publicity. So
Yeah. I hate the oh you're Chelsea. Do you get
you know
those?
how I used to get that? A different point in my life that used to be such a thing. People really used to be all up in my business, all up in my. And you know what? I don't blame you guys. It was interesting business. It was
It
very
was
interesting
juicy.
business. It was giving what it needed to give. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, name a song that you work out to at the moment. Do you have a workout song?
No.
No.
Are we working out? I haven't worked out in.
I haven't worked out, but you've been working out recently. I've been going on my walks, but I've just been like playing whatever's on my playlist and not trying to yeah.
Yeah. What's your opinion on people caring too much about their image on social media?
Um I think that it's normal to like have those thoughts about caring about what other people are gonna think. Sorry, much about their image on social media. Oh, okay, about your image on social media. I think that's absolutely normal. I think it's normal. I think I was there as well. Especially when I was like, okay, so with these videos, I'm actually not really like putting on any makeup. Like, isn't that weird? Because everybody I know that's posting videos is putting on makeup. And they're not just putting like a little blush. They're
Mm-hmm.
like doing a whole face beat. So I was like, oh my gosh, but I don't really want to do that, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so I think it's normal because I was there too. But I think it's also beautiful to remind yourself that like you are beautiful and however you want to present yourself is how that's what makes you unique. So yeah, like yeah. So let's stop caring about what other people think. It doesn't matter. What matters is what we think of ourselves. And that's on brand. If someone doesn't like it, not everyone's gonna like you, period. Next question. Not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Tell me, what? Oh no, what can't you stop thinking about? Let me tell you guys. Actually,
Okay.
let me tell you guys what I've been thinking about. Actually, no, you go first.
Mhm.
Tell me, what can't you stop thinking about, Cheryl?
I'll just be honest out here, right? So let me tell you what I'm thinking about, guys. What I can't stop thinking about. There's so many things that I should be thinking about, but I'm not thinking about the things that I should be thinking about because there's this crush that I have, right? Let me tell you about this crush.
Okay, thank you for saying first because I wanted to say that I'm thinking about a man, but then I was like, I was like,
You
let
know
me
when
not.
you say it like that.
I was like, I'm thinking about a man. I can't stop thinking about a man. That's all I can think about right now is this man. My thoughts are dominated by this man. Tell us
And
about your
TikTok
man.
doesn't make it any better because the tarot readers are coming up. There's a man and did. But seriously, you guys, so there's this guy that I have a crush on. I actually don't even think that it's a crush because I actually don't even know this person. So maybe it is a crush. Or do I like that person? Oh, well, back to thinking about this person. Anyways, so there's this guy. I don't know if I like him or I have a crush on him. Whatever. Let's call this guy Tom, right? So there's Tom, that like I like slash have a crush on. And I can't stop thinking about him because the TikTok or tarot readers, they keep going on about this guy is coming back, this guy, and this guy is a good guy, you know. And I don't know, like, yeah. So okay, we might as well. You know, if y'all think I'm Delulu, I'm Delulu. It's the Salulu. So then I start having dreams about this guy, and I'm like, what does that really mean? Anyways, I explore more because you know I'm also trying to go full on. I'm trying to know. I have a crush on this guy, and then everywhere I turn, like all the books have this person's like name or whatever in it, and then like moral of the story is I can't stop thinking about this person. So surely they should be thinking about me because it's not me that's just going to Lulu up here just thinking about this person. No, 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 they're thinking about me, right? Seriously. And they also asking some of the questions, right?
I also thought he was in there too. I was like, I wonder if he's ever in here asking.
So then, let me even tell you how far I went. So because I thought that, you know, there's a possibility that mans could be, you know, in the app asking questions. So there's this thing that says like that you it can give you a hint to who asked the question. So of course I click, you know, give me the hints, and then it makes me pay. So of course I pay for this feature.
That's
Did you
why
notice
with the
that?
app it's been saying, because I was like, I opened the app one day.
The Delulu
You
got to me.
guys, I opened the app one day and normally it just says like hint, like there's something under the each question, and then all of a sudden one morning I wake up and it's just like it's like revealed or it's like one hint here, and I'm like, what happened? It was you. You
That
paid
time it got me. It got me so good. And the hints are so useless, you guys. The hint is, oh, this person has their own account in this app.
Well, that's good because hey guys, it's anonymous. We it's anonymous. So it's anonymous.
Also, it's
Someone is trying
completely
to circumvent
anonymous.
the rules to find her man. But like valid.
So that's what I've been thinking about recently, period. Yeah. Not what I'm supposed to be thinking about, but
And you
like,
didn't tell me this. You didn't tell me you had that app and you paid.
girl.
I wanted to ask actually what you.
I paid to receive the
Yeah.
answers that I really was like useless. It's so anonymous, you guys. Lucky for you guys. Like, there's actually no way of knowing who's sending these questions. Yeah. So, yeah. And then, so then I, confession. Is
That's
this even an
okay.
answer?
Yeah, confess. Let us hear.
And if they're actually watching these videos, then that's good because then you actually have no choice. You have no reason not to reach out because then you know what I mean? So then I'm like, I bet. So I go into LinkedIn, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize we
So
were
then I go
going
into
there.
LinkedIn and then what do you call this? So I'm like, okay. Oh, no, no, no. I was Googling. I decided to Google their name. I Google their name and then it takes me to LinkedIn. And I'm like, oh, this is their profile. Oh, okay, cool. And then I close it. Fun fact, I didn't even spend 1 minute on it. Then I wake up the next morning and then they actually went to view my profile and then sent me a request, but that was it. Why are you gonna send me a request?
But Cheryl, you know when you click on someone's profile and you view it, that they get a notification that you viewed it.
They don't just get a notification that you viewed it. They get a notification on how you even ended up on their profile. Imagine. So on their end, it probably shows Cheryl found you through the search.
Tell me this part. You didn't tell me this part.
I didn't know until the next day. When what do you call this? When now I was like, what's going on my LinkedIn? And
Ah,
then I
quickly, you
see
got the camera.
other people are there and like looking at my profile, and then it said, oh, Susan, found you through LinkedIn search. So I'm like, Susan found me through LinkedIn. Sure, search. Does that mean? But then I found, then I thought, you know what? Since I Googled and then I just typed and then their name popped and I just clicked the profile, maybe it's not the search. Then I was like, sure, at this point, it doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't.
But then you said they clicked on connect. You then went on to feed the Delulu.
And you didn't tell me that you had first clicked on their thing and then they saw it. I mean, I'm still right though. I feel like I'm still right. they they didn't have to click connect.
Anyways, if you're out here and you're watching this, then yeah, I've got the messages that the subliminal messages you're trying to send me. It's time for you to send an actual message. Ask so. How did we get here? Anyway,
How did we get here?
I want to hear your story.
So okay, mine is not. See, okay. So the man that I couldn't stop thinking about this man, and let me tell you how this man actually disgraces me continuously. So I couldn't stop thinking about this guy because I was like, oh my gosh, like we have such a connection. Like in my head, I'm like, we have such a connection. He's like, we're so alike, we're so similar, we have so many things that we like. He wanted to learn a new instrument, the same instrument that I learned. He wanted to learn a new language, the same language that I was learning. And he's got like all these other things. Like just we were so alike. And I was like, oh my, this man. The only thing is that he's so he's exactly my type from like 3 years ago. So emotionally closed off, so unavailable, so detached, so all of those things that I think are so sexy actually, which are terrible, but I think was so, so sexy. And then I was like, I think he feels the connection that I feel too. I feel like he feels the connection. He feels the connection. Every time I'd post a story, he would be there. He'd like it. He'd like it. He'd like it. He'd like it. And I'd be like, okay. I was even posting just for him. In fact, there was a point when I would be like, I don't care, 300, I don't care. I'm just looking for his name until I found it. Then I was telling my friend about it. So before I was like, oh my god, so this guy, and he likes all my pictures, and he likes all my thingies, and he likes all my thing. And she's like, no, before I told her that story, I wanted to tell her that. I was like, do you know this man? And then she's like, yeah, I know this man. And I'm like, oh, how do you know him? She's like, oh, he's been liking all my pictures for the last few weeks.
You didn't tell me that part.
And I was like, oh, disgrace, see, disgrace. She's like, so what did you want to tell me about him? I'm like, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Ah,
Nothing. You know what? Why am I even telling this story? I'm not thinking about him anymore because it was actually all of that delusion that made me realize I should stop thinking about this man. It's actually in my head and none of it is real. But that's me, which is
that's
different from
what
you.
you meant.
Yeah, it's in my head. Actually,
Okay.
in my head, the connection didn't exist. It was in my head. But anyway, yeah. Yeah.
Now I've got a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a safe space to ask? Because I know you and I are safe. Are these also people safe?
Actually, anyway. What was your question?
So is this also all in my head? Ah, because what? No. But. Anyways, that's too much energy and too much thought.
Yeah, that's too much thought. That's different because I don't want to. Thing is, because if I start speaking, right, mine was in my head. So if I start speaking, it's not gonna be. Because the thing is that I also couldn't stop seeing his name everywhere. Like his name was everywhere. I remember I was doing like this work on this spreadsheet, and his name would pop up like every 30 names. It was like a spreadsheet of 300,000 names, and his name would pop up. And every time I would be like, oh my God, so why do you keep sending me his name? It's like a sign. Da, 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 da. Then one day I was just sitting there, and then I got the message. It's like, you keep seeing the name because every time you see it, you respond. You give it your energy, and you think about it. And I was like, what happened if you stopped reacting? So I stopped reacting, and sure enough, the name just started disappearing off the list. All of a sudden, 300,000 names, it's not there. And I'm like, oh, so it was me. I was creating it.
Ah.
I was creating it. Just creating the
Mhm.
reality and giving it
Mhm.
the energy. So, of course, I was noticing it because I was looking for it. So,
Mhm.
but that's different.
Okay, before we end,
Okay,
what's
yeah.
your favorite place on earth?
The place I go to inside myself when I get into a really deep meditative state. Oh, it's just, I don't know. It just feels like,
This is a complete change in topic in conversation in your. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
we're multifaceted beings.
Yeah,
Right?
multifaceted on all, bruh, to the extremes.
Multifaceted
Yeah.
beings. Yeah, when I find that little space, when I get into that space, when I sit down long enough and I get into that space, it's like everything just doesn't just fade away. It's also like I fade away. Like the I part of me fades, and I just go back into my natural state of being one with everything that exists with the universe. It's like it's almost like this wall. It's as if I merge with the wall and I become a part of the wall, and I can see how I've always been a part of the wall. And there's just there's just nothing except being on that in that space. And yeah, what's your favorite place?
I don't want to go off to that. That was beautiful. Oh wow. We gotta go because we've got busy days tomorrow and we don't want to leave. But yeah. I'm just trying to prolong this because I don't
I
want to
can
say
see you doing.
goodbye.
I'm like waiting for the bye, guys. You're just yes, please. It's time to
Okay.
sleep.
It's time to sleep, you guys. But comment, send us DMs. You know, we love connecting with you guys. It's so much fun, and we always learn so much from you guys, so much about you guys, so much about us, and so much about us as a collective. So we love you, and we can't wait to see you on the next Ask So Friday. Hopefully, Bob
Bye.
is not there, right?
Yeah, that was a lot. Please
Sure.
sort that out.
And Bob is a he because the men just be after me. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Bye,
So much
guys.
fun.
See you
Okay.
next
Bye,
week.
guys.